Learning analytics collects and analyzes data generated by learners during their interactions with online and offline learning environments. It serves to optimize learning and leveraging decision-making related to learning, teaching, and educational management. The four key elements of learning analytics are data, people, learning, and management. Common data.
Hi everyone, I'm Onyekwere Joy Chioma. I'll be presenting to you the topic Learning Analytics. But before I start the presentation, I would like to outline the table of contents. Okay. Number 1 is Introduction of Learning Analytics. 2. Definition of Learning Analytics. 3. Goals of Learning Analytics. 4. Types of Learning Analytics. 5. Learning Analytics data frameworks and repositories, followed by the conclusion. Okay, the introductory aspect part of learning analytics shows that 1. Data in an educational setting is certainly not new. Followed, secondly, for decades, researchers, administrators, and other interested stakeholders at the institutional level have used educational data. Thirdly, to evaluate and compare institutions and programs, reports, graduation and retention, rate and make enrollments and resource projections. Fourthly, the term learning analytics has emerged in the past few years as an important focal point for higher education and is often derived by language such as A. In the service of improving learning and education. B. In evaluating the effectiveness of outlined instruction in delivering quality education. Let's go over to definition of learning analytics. We use the broad term learning analytics to encompass educational data for a variety of goals and from a variety of sources. More specific definitions are emerging, although the terminology has not yet entirely settled. For examples, Siemens and Long divide educational data into two categories. 1. Learning analytics. 2. Academic analytics. Learning analytics refers to a wide set of data gathering, storing, and reporting techniques for administrative, programmatic, and pedagogical purposes. The information from this data ranges from measuring retention and student progress to presently learning analytics has focused primarily on the analysis of the behavior and interaction of students' training environment, where computer games and simulations directly interacting learning. In addition, learning analytics can be divided into descriptive and predictive analytics. 1. Descriptive analytics are based on static data derived from a number of sources, such as course evaluating students' exit surveys, student information system, and S-portfolio interactions. 2. Predictive analytics. Predictive analytics may extend data from the same source, but focuses on trying to measure actual learning. The data may come from intelligence agents, specific games, log files, simulations designed to capture the learning process. Let's go to goals of learning analysis. Goals of learning analysis includes 1. Respect for the rights and dignity of learners. When we talk of this, data collection, retention, and sharing practices must be made transparent to learners and findings made publicly available with essential protections for the privacy of individuals. 2. Beneficiaries. Individuals and organizations conducting learning research have an obligation to maximize possible benefit while minimizing possible harms. 3. Justice. Research practices and policies should enable the use of learning data in the service of providing benefit for all learners. 3. The humanity of learning. Digital technologies can enhance, do not replace, and should never be allowed to erode the relationships that make a human enterprise. Continuous consideration. Ethical responsible learners. Research requires ongoing and broadly inclusive discussion of best practices and comparable standards among researchers, learners, and educational institutions. We have types of learning analysis. Learning analysis is classified into 3 broad groups. 1. Student progress. 2. Student behavior. 3. And student learning. Okay. Student progress. We have evidence of student progress, which includes high-level data. 2. Generally found at the institution level. Student behavior. Evidence of student behavior includes sample data such as registrar and other institutional data stores, generally focused on student achievements such as course activity and grades. 3. Student learning. Evidence of student learning are fine-grained data, application-specific data such as recording learning events in real time, which is focused on personalized student learning. Sample source, which include games, simulations, and intelligent agents. Learning analytics data repository and framework. There are 2 major elements to building a learning analytics repository. Firstly, a framework to process the data, and secondly, a backend to store that data. Moreover, examples learning analytics frameworks include a predictive analytic reporting, which is known as PAR framework. It is a multi-institutional data mining, collaborating framework that monitors students' learning process. 2. Advanced Distributed Learning Experience, All-Purpose Interface, which is known as API. It is a specification that describes an interface and the storage retrieval rules that developers can implement to create a learning experience. Tracking service. 3. IMS Global Clipper Framework. It is a framework that captures learning activities to provide a general overview of what a student has done. So we go over to the conclusion of the learning analytics. Learning analytics brings considerable challenges for data control, privacy, and data ownership. The emergence of learning analytics parallels the nationwide interest in evidence-based learning and affordance from digital delivery of learning content. It remains to be seen if and how pedagogical value, technological complexities, and cultural barriers will impact the adoption of learning analytics. The sources for this data are equally wide, ranging from student information system, learning management systems, or task-specific learning.